MPP Amambonti, Afimpo Ensuanto Ye. MPP Amambonti, Afimpo Ensuanto Ye.
A few moments later.
What are the factors you have identified that contributes to this, what we are seeing on the screen now?
So the drainage channels are silted.
The flooding in Accra is not an engineering problem. It is just a problem of indiscipline.
NTSA Ministry of Sanitation, Omasha so in fear watching, I net in Soka Krato, Omoko Jessica or World Bank, Omsi Ombe Yi Gata Numu, I just say, Omofanya no. NDC Bar, Sa Sanitation Ministry no, Yebeguno, near Sandia called local government. And maybe I'm sure Betobia. Yebe yi got a numu na se ne be ya nsuo no ba ebenya kwan na asen na nsuo a etayiri e wo mo junction ho no.
A few moments later.
Unfortunately, Nana Misremu, our traditional rulers are selling plots in streams.
Abusia we de mama akwaba na and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama wonu ankasa wonu ne ho papa say ne ma bi ho no ma wode eye amanyosem ebra na MPP ewa bemu na obonto ase Ghana fo nyina so nto abama wo mo ne ma bi ho no ma sebe natural disaster sebe obi enkase emra na aba ebra ya MPP wa bemu na ohwe ekwan a NDC fo fa so de nsuyire na entokwa esi amanfo manso ene petro bo ye den ene yale a esi wiase ne niema bebre no aya amanyosem se MPP aban na nkase omutiri nye omba aban mu na niema sei omba aban mu na bibia jiguo ni ade ne nyina no ene sa ne mane nyina bu abo mu sa ne mane nyina atwa ne ho aba behwe wo mu de Russia Ukraine won pa NDC 43 so MPP 43 so sa wo mu eba ye nso Israel ni Iran so ntokoi omu so aba behia bi sa nso so ena uhwe interview a yidi kan ti ana se nkomo yedi kan ti ya His Excellency John Dramani Mahama esopa na nado sa se obaga na ha no maje se nsuo kura ntimi ntoye nsuo keke entimi entoye kire se minim se na nado na ehye nsuo so ni abofo no ena eye omu timetable o se de ye nso so ni nyina no Ghana mampani ya na watia kunyaso wode ya monwasem nene ede na esie asese mpode ya babe todwa se breaking news se na yesi ma adwumayefo nkwa adwuma ma schoolfo enko school ma obia empie fi se nkana ye ne amanfo etete wonum nchensen so firi se edan ni nyina yiri ama babia aye pinso na na bi ni busa se enti we se no so sebe ye betimi ni blame na ma se John Dramani Mahama ensem a okan ne ena etwa ne ho ababehwe na nye ne ma bia na ede ya monwasem na so sebe NDC party to the bia ensemu emu ha ensemu a emu abaso se obeton ano asem ede ama Ghana fo atio na obeba na obeya ma wo mo 24-hour economy ye bo hu de remu sase ya ye anas ye nyanye e hu nsem bebre no a e wo ho no mo a asa bu ababehwe NDC fo na so de enko na enko hwe nkran ene de ekoso ene nkomatwetwe bia aba se de amanfo akade mu ababa ya reho sempa.
Okay. We are talking to our international reporter, Mr. Mubarak Yakubu. Yakubu, another pay much you. Na yese enzo akamashe demo ama nkra ho obi antimi mpi school for kra entimi angu school na no pay e sha seta me
pa mi fiono e sha se ahomache pa na e sha ha de enye kra ye de enye e kasama enkra ha de nsuno asia flood no enye kra net ne se nyanya no kra de nyanya no kwantempo no so mo munim kaso de ko kaso ha nyanya no kwantempo no so Roka minchuna flood the two lanes ni nyina ma me no ka say private car bi kwade no all force say the nsuo na gikwa ne mu no nko o ye atwam akwa ne sa na nsuo no ya e di omo kwa ne sa nti fire service for na urgently no morashi e ko hwa mo ko hwese mkrofo amutini rescue amu me no ka say die weja kaso akwantempo no so ze ka di ntimi mko ka di asto ntimi emma eye enkra eye N1 e free la passa kuku piem wo awoshi nsuo fakwan ni na enenti gas na so enti nko wa o
Yakubu Yago photo ya ana video ya ye hwe asphalt so anase poso we asphalt so na enso ngu anase po unsa nkran po dawo we de we ya uche
kwan so asphalt so kwan kwan ya ye no kwan enye poso anase enye ba bia kwan ena ensi afasa nti se wo hwe ohaide ya awushi no ba bia eda Facebook a obi aba obi huno pure FM TV uba no braka no hono ye awuchi ankasa enenti wa wuni ma awuchi no sei ena nsu na fa wadwu be wo se posto no da bi we main road ankasa N1 no to ena nsu na fa braka
nise wo de ene overhead nyina ya bom
nya ye die asa afa nsu na ahusem kra ne se o share your friend say N1 no ba kwa
N1 suni
N1 no to itiwunim la pasi ye pa omo la pasi ye pa no dana che na awusi efra awusi obanyina ka bia ntimi nko nti kasa etimi fam kasa wapa ba sa trotso no ne private cars nge we mistake na okoko forma engine ne dio ansha obe block obe bo engine brava
na o se shase to tambe nti ebisi sabre still I gusa etwana
mino ka say da so shase ahomache no be around 2-3 more 2-3 down to 4 more na shase mino ka say you know that's why etopa
nkoma ye mo amotin kran ye mo dia
just out to take on so
Second
ubaka 2015
eja tom no
ai ba fire service for so ara so ha mino kasa mujina wa omo kete eja
sa bia ho na na ho na
for now different place na eja no asa to no but unta take dia amu bembe amu pa eja sa to wa no so ni we are hoping to emfa in 2015 de ba no edinta NTD.
Okay, this is who are now oton ade wa se no ene o ma no mo se na no
David on to member and no to member na ra usam ni se unya kampo emfifie empo empie omo pie no ye bia obi a o try se de wan se ye ndo bitimi afom akọ aha nti se usufo mu fuko a ohon na wan hwea no oba akọ mu no na Fiesta Royal bakwa Fiesta Royal hona edi kwa kubuki mu atimota forest wono so enya dia ka bia ho nyina na de Ghana Standard Authority wo tiachi ho nyina ho so ablock ena atomic runabout wo ta runabout no ha wo de ko atomic inside ho no ho nyina so afra dia block kra Legon Gimpa amu bypass no so bagwamen edi wa ku pium was a new law school building na o misi no ho so nyina block bakwa me se unse alajo gates bi o mu gates no esifa etie no me no ka say gates no alajo gates akefie pa no gates no nyina ya ma ama adan ya wo nyina no gates no aye ma mansuo no etra ewura asifti atie na wo gates ni nchen nyina bakwa me se alajo gates na pa ntu na ye ma me no ka nsuo no da so etra ye hwe ni se yinim tamansuo no ebeja na yenad mofo bi mu kasa mu kire se nsuo no ebetwa manate botre class was still anyum ne nsuo be kozo a ato nti akra de oye ne pa na bragame ebusu a the experience wa
yakubu boy 9:30 abesa afro yeah is a zona ja our international correspondent Mubarak Yakubu and I after Komoi me kaise aso makada kwakusachi adro ndi mama amunum no kwakusachi adro so ona na oye news files started news file started no so on Friday also no I think it was from front page. And I'll say the front page, the first program out here, Oko far AM before the planets for the Legon lectures for me number car flooding in Accra. Or a program for 7 years. Yeah. 7 years, the last program out here, flooding in Accra. Thank you for answering, thank you for my. And some make come some kai 7 years back no. The horror no who said sometimes we say the radio na ma resource and as a ma resource. Because at some 7 years now kind of ebesi tama all free honors it the same thing problem and society. And then we just our program na come 10 years new. A book 10 15 years new. Still at the same thing. I don't want crown.
It's very bad.
Then everybody
situation because they say what shall I say your story now?
I'm there. Yaka said so ko to be aboji say share. Now asanzo asu de ho. Kumase your topography in say ye land system the city no. Ordinarily and so top 7 hours grana Kumase can flood.
Sure.
And the way I see tree eye Kumase no. Ordinarily since so top 2 days grana ha and flooded. Baunim gradually say I cry flood no. Gradually yes nyama ye nyama ama abe say so to it be flooding.
Oh sure, you some part of
it be flooding. And some part ofa ahinsa na so nyina it be flooding pa.
And a coin so cross to say the area. Ufri as police station or call Oga Johnson. It's really to meet ta coin.
Yeah, all because of nyama ye kakra Kumasi equity buffer zones bebre, waterlock zone bebre, vegetation spots, green spots bebre. Ewa, international so ta enyaba bifa enonom kama nti hade nanka ye kwande dey safe, but gradually say subi no na first e nsu no say subi no ayegata Subini agata. Subi the one where is Subi agata. And I kase and so the form. They say Sumi River in Nigobim. First go and suan say senso toa. Sanso abawo agata. River bawo. Agata. Anna sa bia won say first ni danka ekifa ebia kwada so na ba fa Friends Gardens na afa Making Hotel na afa Dokojum na afa BBC we for vibration na kwa kusi atunsu na ekosawo and the stretch ni ya na buffer zone ni na no sa buffer zone ni na ya depleted ya say ye fele ni si ye fele ni concrete ye fele also omo ye new estate new apartment vi e wo de ya me ho no and no see say so talk krabia ya fasa kwa na wo de free make clear ba be si santas ho no wo so ho nyina because can I kete and I blocking and so if you why by no e be see just say
drainage so mo ya kwan drainage no kete no
oh
and
they say
and we very bad
drainage na kete facility tight me cross
and can you do na ye water ways na ya blocking no
okay
since you can't resist water
it's more
advanced country say China no more enough technology no obetima bibi ba so be mansuo na ko or the nsuo no be kwan be to no ho na so be build around that why any structure exactly by there oko block water way no see dynasty ho nsuo no so ntimi resist it we need to change our attitude
and
we need to change our attitude na be use to ball agunsuo mu ball
on the time of office in there osha oh so because
okay
and now with Mario
I think 5 years will be better.
Why?
Because legend OSHA is system of governance. First year of a new government, not a continual one.
Why not 6 years? Why not 7? Why not 8? Why not 10?
Legend say the can say problem I won say the 1 year can one. I bet me mitigate the problem.
I bet problem anyway.
No, problem the challenge I want to say appointment in this country. Political appointment here no. First year,
so let's change the style of appointments. So, nipa party over power who bear 4 years to do your campaign.
Exactly.
Campaign now and watch your manifesto. Watch your manifesto. Manifesto watch your manifesto. Manifesto crana. Because the committee when they down on health, we agree when they down on where it says it. So you have in mind the people who compose your team.
Exactly.
And the team here. Just say I know based on my team and I'm a prayer kuyano. Now when you also I say take 1 year for you to know tell me that agriculture minister SM Dimawi, finance minister SM Dimawi. Then what are you doing when you are doing the campaign and preparing your manifesto?
Never be see different from when you're in opposition.
So that is why
the moment you form a government, the moment you form we election we some form of appointment they'll get drivers from that appointment. Because there are two different things. Come on, appointment as in opposition, people say responsibility in Mahama say who was so right to do that. But the moment you're forming government, regional balance boom, tribal line boom, constituency boom, you have to get 50% from parliament. You have to do this appointment, MMDCs. You have to do this. You have to do that. Listen, and it changes what you plan on. Well, listen, your appointment in opposition. Sometimes you don't even consider regional balance. I was a region piano, we be director of this way. But the moment you come to power, almost I follow Basa MDC. Why are they say imams are coming? Clergy are coming.
That is not excuse.
It's an excuse because say government it takes no less than 6 months to finish appointment.
It should be.
I go say 70 minutes so appointing now 1 day. Yeah, better within a month. We could do say MMDC.
We see people. Say NDC for Eba Power. It take you more 10 years crowd. Yeah, appointed. So I say, Samichi, and this so far, on take you 20 years, on no year point. So President Mahama knew exactly who is on my obo and Tranas for Nina. I am for no, so I won't come here. Sign for now, so Unya, when the president on Bavano. Oh, na Yantia, and Tomana, obo opposition. Omo call, Gosso, in the country, say, Yadisha, Oba, agreement is I saw the man.
Sure.
I don't know. So why won't you take that as part of
want to be a in opposition? The moment we hear that in opposition, we bet Jack campaign. If I know, say, Crawford will form me. These are future ministers. So what should I go waste my time? I know I won't get out.
And don't for 1 year.
Let me say, it's one of the factors, sir.
Okay.
Are buying war to do with. And another factor is, once Ababia come to meet budgets. I also review a budget in November. So the budget takes effect the next year. It is a review budget assuming 2024 November. It takes effect 2025. When the 2025 for the new government buy, vis-a-vis the budget will be ready, so many variations. And all these things in our banner. So most of the countries in Africa, apart from Ghana and Nigeria, most of the countries are doing 5 years term. The Togo, the Cote d'Ivoire, the Senegal, and go. They are all doing 5 years.
Why would you say? Well, no. Why would you say US? US is doing 4 years.
The development of US democracy in the year pay. The democracy in the say even Nadmo coordinator at the constituency level should be a government appointee. A party appointee.
No.
But not go US. Even defense minister and staff, or more pegging. You can't go beyond that appoint. Minister of Defense, one point too. Minister and another person. But here, Hano, when you say, Nadmo coordinators are constituencies, are NDC secretaries and electoral officers.
What do you have for 5 years in TSM?
Let me say,
Togo for 5 years.
System of our governance and by 5 years. If you can buy a system of governance, they say, government can appoint ministers. MMDCs and go under the Akano, a system that they are then you have lesser liabilities.
Anyway,
but the situation where you have to appoint to a level of coordinators beyond a government appointees in there. Government also a man of to continue his government. I support that. CRC,
I respect you.
CRC and CRC for
I respect your opinion, but it's no compelling and convincing one bit.
Okay,
I respect your opinion, but what you cannot achieve in 4 years, you cannot use 5 years to achieve anyway. Well, additional 1 year and your
legend.
Yes, I grow a swat.
If you're not pa.
Then say more 4 years. I also want to marry. You say you had 1 year count. As I would mind it.
Legend be
4 years and quite also. But then come here 2 years behind so.
Legend 2 years there's a unya development out pay. But I also
development ben almost more.
But as a legend, I buy back aban beba continuity into bi beba no abeye bi the next government ba no so abeto aso me dem hu ni say 4-year term ni okay we legend say nyame aboa na konya president anasa aban a na mamuo no omanfo no nto mu a
me say 2 years
because
2 years yeah review yeah 2 summer 2 years near exam pampa we dey ko year
2 years untimi nyahwe
oh now 4 years ni 8 years and one and then no yeah akra fadi
legend I know the can be so then I agree with Alaji say anyone bo kra obeya also kwaje parliamentary approval process is a befem.
Let's put it on
that. Final decision, no. Then implementation. It takes time.
Say, Jai say, we MPP projects. Ntime ba men traso. We NDC projects. Ntime di media for eba. Na me matro me manifesto. Manifesto no. Ano na afano kwa wi ya. Omakasa uka we o manifesto no. Nti asemi 200 more. Say nya sa na man keten dia. 10 years crown still you will not finish.
I get your point. But like
15 years you still not finish.
Like with your point always standing. I did also say taking notice and they say and your money be how obey ya. Process is a be firm and kasa take it time.
So process no. Ne say take it time. Ye flow. It's simple.
Okay.
Other areas say process no and no na say edienya say why was it ya to abama unim de ntia oba. And this crackle say what they call the People's Manifesto. Njomoko nkufo maku kubiso ejoma dwinche no krijeni la no mo manifesto. They knew exactly what they were coming to do. We say no actually no ya more 1 year to compose a cabinet. Hey, this is your PR report.
Dr. Dinkra, Solomon the best and things, my main share what name say Jane Salam, Nehanopay, to form Chobi and before. Mom, you do, when you came for part of what other prayer pot back. Can't send who can we drink tobacco for or say party or no quiet wine. Can we will be? And before, they can't show me. No book about from Monaco as a good and Kamundan on for the Muslim Pay more. If we say 10. Modern Musakana, Modern Musaka, what I say? Because any election Mulusi, you pay money from party. Mountain Casa Island Free Party in hand MPP. And no crown, Genesibia Cromun, Amasada Mazako Kaka. There's a moody young Conqua. I am my comparison, and this is for me so and so from party, many party, Najina, Musumu. Na munka hu se do bi di ni kruye no okofa the same stars so de be ye ukura ukuru na timibo. I am telling you show be assign show one fans wasa wo star na unim na wasa no busuwa ne sa please to munye study amodom saka kana man hwe di be ye mo ofutu sache nipa addition software mo pamuntie mo pamunyai
good morning kwame oseni eni se eni figua kwame ti enyazi fo nyame wana ana di figua kedapo ono na why dey nipa this is a dangerous man. Clearly,
Kwame, good boy. I'm for Kokudu. My family pure Irish Emma. Mammy, million pure Irish, but Mammy Chobo for Cochama, and we shall so. Now, my chap professor, you should be. And another question still in teacher, Batch and Force Secretary, Ojim. The main one now my children by fear global more kind of for the crew. So chow come on you for soon or Mukano on the Kufa the bomb yet to my bro into a decision on for moon on pom you cry to you. John Crow ya ma be to mo come to can crown again in suta boy and we are born foot through and you come home soon from fast to road Mr. Kwame Ajabanim na Omayama Mantom and Penny no more. MPP moment to my bro papa no mu do my bro na jusu kwa me kwa proba kwa me said the jusu MTT chip plan I the paragraph MTT for there no me say mo pani bi ma ka santi MTT commander and me boss regional minister so so or there muti and never cost or just in airport no piagachi chap and a black commandant this out yabesra kwame who just did you commander me so only says move be there because it's now how because 24 column and one of my bruna starting as you say it be here juma jechi now would the money show say that kwame mo just and to ademoye and fakwam yamen.
This is a pure morning drive. Okay, we have been joined by Honorable George Obintechi. Honorable George Obintechi is a former member of Parliament for Manson Kwanta. And Friday, and I'm going to ballot, say she at the number 1. Number one. I feel then I come as many honorable dingo.
Legend, Penikesi Bako, I sign on far Ushui Niagro. In God I trust.
Twaba.
On Twaba. Or lawyer ni Penny, maybe crowd not child or tech.
Okay.
Lawyer Steven. Uti Shun and Timamentia.
About to own to be
on to be.
Often is Gamboa.
Mate.
Where Mr. Fasca Crabwa. A baby I drew on the MPP for no. I'm discuss say elections. No. I'm discuss. I'm a 10 beer. The papa is over do no. I'm discuss some sa. Obi so no so be janche na party akwaya wo ajigu skade obi atuauka wo so ye delegate atuauka e wa afi dem bi na wo ka
sure
wo ton vote we are say amanfo ni party dem ndilo am so abomode a we ni samede ni zamshe enye den timo na na bo anka
sure and Dr. Fedo talk about Mr. Bafo Esiedu and also otie every morning.
Okay.
Bafo Machia, no master say, Omonia du Mason time, and we say, Dr. Medasi.
All right, okay.
Secretary Constituency.
Okay, right. Now, Honorable.
Yes, sir.
You shifted on your seat because of not Nema you discussing or concerning 5 years or 4 years and all that. Tama we a member of Parliament. In fact, President Kaino, one can say a president or say DCs, members of Parliament, you need longer time other than just the 4 years now. What will be your opinion on that?
That's Kwame. Yes, 4 years, 5 years, I say, it's a matter of the way I say laws.
Okay.
Now, Ubakaya, if you military room in a bar, constitutional room, and that time, no military room, no rest no interest.
Okay.
So much trouble. To which a constitution, they become some constitution, and yet constitution was here, Katan do Sabri. Only a constitution said a bit must suit to military government, don't let me a rule or man. To be beer, no share, a question president, no. A question, be a question president is him. And we shall probably bad my president say to control the country and the governance properly, that's all. See a person for 4 years now, Kwame, any problem. See, it's me such a constitution. Near my most of it makes the 4 years a bit to maintain any problem. In the important thing say, or such structure, it means that we say a primary home and this a free president. I was set some ministry departments, it may reach home say, most of the appointments, a bit free science institutions in no law now because I'm a quantity be emphasis appoint to President you'll be here and said this character. I also hear the ministers cabinet at the Kakrana. The other upon yes, CEO said yes, I be see you near union deputy acting. And young, she's our constitution at the bar with Sabri women because of military detachability. No me and situation say in a way, no, you continue that. Take a bedroom have will be a war being something as our chance open to know. Bema say besano. Am I a say appointed you say a game muma a year appointed by the institutions and any other a year. A bit my boy. And the 4 years no Canada Yanka a bonso. A bit my issue. The important thing is say, you know, say you don't need strong persons, you need strong institutions.
Okay.
Say, 4 years will be enough. Tosi Bimu. Governance, and yet a buyer will be present in the government too. government continues and the structures are on any government no all they buy a crabby say we initiate a new policy guideline be say me the policy will buy a bed bomb move from A to B and any problem also how o policy no am not the whole make sure so more yet man or more percent fata or say yet mama ni pay and the over so and now 4 years out there yeah with my criterion who say policies and the two guard let me say has been implement here we work offer him biano he has to do his work ABC now so why you paper one year as you said more and the equality governance and the structures and the whole of that that's why ministries you know yes that is young how more because policy narratives on them in the country to know how because of say maintaining so that a civil society no I'm running ministries in the BNT the man yes sir it means such a mood that we are present yes on our appointee CEOs no we shouldn't go that way
galamse for bosom galamse for naba so now them adin so
show pictures of
bosom lake no website what in a way nya lake no ye ka ba bia mo ye galamse no any galamse bosom hwe na free the lake has been there for 1.7 million years. Okay, the only natural lake in Ghana which is closer to the equator is the center of the world. What is it? Mukrumo for yes, a Gama bill. The lake is surrounded by communities.
Yes, and 31 communities. I cover 28. The extent of getting closer to the lake. Hey, serious.
Yo.
Oh. Well, I mean, I'm the two who say
Ghana for the Ghanaians. Oh,
when you go and try, I say jail pa. Oh, those people won't say Omanyan Pacro.
Oh, okay.
Omanyan Pacro. Oh, yes, I do know. Omanyan.
No bende.
Nigeria. But it's serious.
Because we ordinary citizen to send me. I'm to me as I go through I tell you, Lake Pam who say it'll be to me.
The amount to me Katano de
oh Dabi. In fact, Bosomche and California. Yeah, more be a concession. Okay, I say maybe Canada for we buy. Say among say good on and they want to come and mine. And I know. I think it was President Kufuor time, and I'm almost said Debbie, because all that place is a full reserve, no, and yet for gold mining. I'm a Canadian crown for no fisibia. Yeah, we are just being, we are not being fair to them because of my exploitation, blah blah blah, and so forth. I'm happening because that place there. Oh, I only microphone new home and you cry because if you read if you read a whole Lake Bosum Chankasa, if you look at the history, the scientific and archaeological researcher people are even suggesting say that was the center of earth. That was because we had the abundance of gold, abundance of forests, and this amakwa. Oh, yeah, this is a UNESCO heritage site.
Heritage site.
Which
Yabai Enyadi Kofia Busum Chipa ne rich Nessa Azanka, or my beer, Sabika.
Kadua
carriageway eko nka ye bridges near the dentinga ukra no ka ukra you won't even think of it so ukoye mining a galamsey ho by way say main road ekosi lake na ya tuna jabram asawrami so ofa
mo pa de me sure say monya a group of politicians pass because your last opportunity and in the period where you have the regional minister, or you have the regional chairman, or you have the minister of education, who is a cabinet minister. That group of people are meet to lobby. I mean, yes, I want we. Yeah, who they question me?
Say,
you had a golden opportunity.
Aban also has a responsibility. Aban also has a responsibility. Making sure say
there are people who lobby. Aban the name
a woman go for lobby there. But sometimes and you also aban for purpose of generating income, making the economy prosper. No, I was saying maybe I also trying to me lobby because some trippers it me a year it me a site very nice and lucrative area.
And to myself, the kind of relationship and that chama want me and a President Kufuor no more so man condition pass it dana one year bosum chukwanya me new achievement.
No dear me use a vision with want to me and want to meet there if I be a regional minister minister and I will carry about want to be the
regional minister 8 years
8 years
8 years
education minister what the deputy education full for 4 years by education minister and Pukrade say one way or the other
same stem or
some communities there education there will improve you. But I think that be Kwame and America say, well, say in one way or the other, they made an attempt. Say, oh, yeah, say, Ufri, sorry, Ufri brewery, Ewa see events, Ebijan Quanta. Kwame, them come on. A free Ebijan Quanta could see continency lake corner as a problem. Ti best buying ma buying money you say MPP for and the base start here and I say you kunya regional minister you kunya regional chairman you kunya education minister nti o ma me dia necessary ya to because in fact and I saw and then sense share o man animunyam because the only natural lake wo my mu and just say natural lake na wo and just say e international yeah just say go for eba ebehwe
me say I was but
some for bonfan kwanta
yeah
for bonfan kwanta so for bonfan kwanta na wo ba uduru kwan mu a beposo wotra ho ba bia Johnson bi da wo ba lake kwa me say uduru no bi an tell say ha na fa lake kwa
yeah
why obi an say so how now money a okoleka who say kwan krada ho what kind of country are we say as a dema a bit better income a bit more
business oriented
and
business we
look more of yeah populist concept no we can say me I do agree with the person say politicians no power their interest is to give contract and not to make sure say the contract is done because when the man wa no agent percentage we okon baby one nya anya nasem and they don't say omo the banner omo banner ya that crowd there say 10% bi ani hubi mu ti wo kohwa me ya na problem na kan say before God and man kwame kroma away contractors are omo ye resource pa ba ko ye Kofi Job na yesa akwa we wo ka che Kofi Job say Kofi Job wo de kwame dia kan ko wie betuaka odimika ba be
na skana ya moji ono mo de ne
how is way
na so ko lega
skana we
de den
say e ko consolidated fund kwame o man mu de wo de this car ye de ko consolidated fund o ene wo de ko assembly na assembly says liska we mu tim fanya kwan
dabe ba matas ba e kwan
kwame minimo
So when you say, "That's just car 20 years ni." That's the who is kana. For 10 years.
10 years, before 100 and over. Ebi ababa ye ekwan ho me say bosomtwe dey me fe cry say what do baby Kesben school no Kesben university no so ujira ho a ujira kokwado ho a na wo hwe fom awaka say ujira nsu na no
yeah
enso na wo mansu no kwa o I say ke country bia kwa me ke betima ye bibia wo betima row to that point
a friend storytelling
sa
nkanu say o sha say in the free KNUS we've started free K University. Now you give the history of K University. And then you start giving the history of Asanteman. Between the Fafiyase. Two Fafiyase, now you tell the story of Fiyase. Free Fiyase, ultimately the Fabisi Ejuso. Then you tell the story of Ejuso. Now you have a whole story.
To say. And what would it drive at? That's my working. Would it bring people
exactly the same money? Maybe Prof you can help me. I don't know how to when I'm doing publication the person may publish it our newspaper and be a social media so rather than say me publish our academic journal no call her
if academic for one reference
and then I say me try to come down back we have job say I want to carry say what do
but they won't give you the space. That is the point.
What do so the graph is saying between 800 and 1,000 okay times let's be a features can be a super be 1,200 as an ultimate code and references no any fix but now say no I say yes so it me summarize it I'm for a bit because all the question academic general one the banner publishing do or professorship
for academic people but yeah for social development but kwame asem the area ho lake busun tipa de yina yesu kwame lake busun was one of the attractions I go yes you I just said we read history book
I was reading about Godwanda land and the first that you see well the boom panja yosko panja a boom and volcanic activities na so and a crack and I did got around the land into land and that was where the evolution of man started and people are now even thinking say any any sabosun that is why NASA for monita busumche a lake no 24/7 Dankade and Pana America for one satellite atwa 24/7 there's something there
by any serious as a country
we are not
serious as a country
what was it president say about 5 years and
excuse
president say
excuse or excuse Oma also the time I shot for 5 years for
and I say
5 years
also maybe president before can be
can Mr. Vincent Assisi okay that's no general secretary and no cause no proposing 7 years yeah
no proposing 7 years and president
5 years and as the president Mahama
of those by no on quad constitute review committee almost 5 years almost to Ghana for any moment discussing the whole country region by region I'm already rejected me can be you call a prepare assembly hall Usudapa, no Katim Honda, Santa Region, on a Dano. And of frame, Sawangi. We have been talking about these things here, discuss you. One man will become once another agent 2 years. And one, you did make us a view. And have a coin. The coin, your man made opportunity. So, we make that government. Or a tip on Kosu. Eh? Now, what about 5 years? Ghana, so dear, you didn't him. Who go first, summer? It says, I'm out of that. It is 10 years. 10 years. Not table Kosu, not also. I will who it. It's a disaster. Yeah. They make kind of no margin what different places, you know. They all converge. And they bought as a to be here. So that's it. How can you use say who constitute government who use as an excuse? Say amount another year. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense. And the point you made was fantastic. Yeah. Say who battle? Who do you say? Who 4 years? Why your campaign? One man, you was shadow ministers, shadow again. They are all there. Yeah. It's all bano. It should not even take you 4 months. 4 months? Yes, Kufo, Nanado by 4 months. Yeah, applaud. No. However, it should be less than that. Within 1 month, you should be able to do that. We should make a conscious effort to be doing these things.
Even say, oh, any power. Oh, any power. And then the next day, they will see a kunyas.
1 month.
It take you almost a month.
Yes.
And then I do see a kunyas na ministers. They also counting and now so many.
I mean, very quick.
Because you have worked with the people, you knew Obia's strength.
That excuse should not be countenanced.
Yeah. 1999 to 2000. Now, NDC and the budget bar. MP4. It be almost budget. Yes. The state of the economy is certainly the state of the economy. Now, the true state of the economy.
Yes.
Unkrofa, Ebia, Kwashiga, Oda Ocha, we, when, and this Saturn. Now, when you say Kwashiga, what I agree with Minister. Wait, I said we have 4 months, answer 1.8. I don't get it.
1 month.
I don't get it.
Ghanaians should wake up.
Kwame, I didn't you can't be a sea driver bar.
In front of her.
Now, usually, no, so. The BIA also pay home excuse. What I say, me say, me only say yes now. Presidents no na pay. What the wife I say I no President Mahama Nkwana Kabiu. But me just will come on say ye man 5 years or no na say ye man 5 years. Be a next since a constitution ye van 5 years term. Him the vision come ni vision assistance be ya say enko 7 years 1 term. 7 years 1 term where we bim.
That's an important wicked.
Now wicked
7 years. I will name so on some baby.
4 years.
My for wickedness day.
Before 4 years, yeah.
Or for wickedness day. Because Mama me and fire dream could see the pessimistic concepts, near optimistic. Because Omanbu say be your money. And yes, be deal man for any. I mean, never sure say in a civilized society like ours, yes, as I your friend say, democratic, you know, your presenter, with my baby, say, oh, yeah, wickedness. The only thing say, yeah, would you want to answer your listen, yeah, but at least, won't you be able to the sense of affect the society now to the extent that, yeah, so fast to that extent, any possible. To me, the imagine, say uzenke no time present for can be no people bastardize him say I will no pay no long term near their day and now President Mahama so abeka bi we nya but say na asem no yen diagnosis hwe say be possible say me feel say
what can't you do in 4 years?
If you do well, you will do another term.
An additional year. What would an additional year do to you?
Yes. The reality they say. The reality was a president for maybe or opposition or can say Rollins a mamuno nipa odu mu bunu doso. Omu doso dodo. Enti want so. ono ba obetiso oba he wentimi antiso no de course no be pa Ghana for Chelsea.
Is it a good thing?
Unamote.
Oh, there be
no pa Ghana for Chelsea. E bia no te enchen no.
Oh, there be.
Well, who send this here? Maybe we say ye nyina no. Oh. Ye e bia President Mahama wentimi amai because the excuse no as appointment there and can
also Osankas also our neighboring countries now.
Forget about it. Forget about them.
Almost 5 years.
Zimbabwe 7 years.
Yes, we go 5 years.
neighboring countries
okay, so can't resist. I mean,
reason there. I mean, who say a reason? And as appointment to a reason. Me, the me say. If I would,
and there's no reason.
There's somebody there. What's the reason? I mean, that is not where it's coming from.
Reason. I say, Ghana. It takes time for a government to implement projects. What they say, Susan pass MP 14 betina kunyaso. A complete 8 good years. Just a road from brewery to lake we couldn't complete. 8 years old. 8 years. And it means that
10 years ago,
7 years ago maybe.
No,
it's a 10 years ago.
It means that if your mom will become one, even the caveat be a show.
Oh, David, oh, the caveat come away.
Even the caveat,
okay.
What are they?
But the unfortunate thing, woman say, Nipana, woman, ye need caveat, ye December, ye bra, one child to the sense.
So for life is starting 2008 October 2008. I did almost 16 to 17 years a year. Abanko, and no cry a So me, my argument is simple. I don't want to be 4 years no, 5 years no. Want to be you too.
Let's give it a try.
You try to complete all the work in this country.
Constitution, I catch you say, Master, 4 years. Sir, Ghana for me so near way.
Thank you.
Ambassador Trouble. 8 years. 5 years now. Open the crown. Ghana for more 8 years.
Thank you. What I'm saying? What I'm saying? Problem. Domama, how many years? You say your uncle 8 years. When you're 4 years, and I see the 4 years as I can know. Problem is 4 years.
Only 10 years.
Only 10 years. 10 years old. They are going to be busy.
Issue is ye transitive free military conference abay you know military dictatorship making sure say appointment in ano ye man ye president na yini say want to mean control see it me here some ye bring the ministries no any other things
but the system that we have now the system we have now does not call for the 5 years
and tell me say
the system we have now
it is say sa adwuma ne dey share president e kon so ya appointment CEOs one and be this year na no go yie and sa appoint assembly
the powers of the president.
Yes.
And the me no adwene.
And this had na
and the me no adwene and
the want to mean concentrate woman no.
But even that
see you seven in if you or concentrate say or find the core members of the cabinet and the ministers are na dia kan nyina no assembly ne music ne area within a short time no obehye wo biati bia
even that
2 weeks
even that
senka within 2 months after the conference no bibia we to settle down
even that
senka nya so dia nkananka na Akufo-Addo asema no de ba nanka yo na so di nti say obesenka to aba at the local level baby on say the nanka city
and the Bahama it will come to pass and the to Bahama is come to pass time it's a matter of time
so the bias say me can have say me everyone say o my team Nadimo coordinator e wo busumtwe appointed appointment Nadimo coordinator e wo busumtwe Nadimo coordinator den kai civil service
like
president no
I think that's a problem.
The president has not been crippled in any way. Juma or someone, and then
so for those in favor of 4, still maintain.
4 years. Still maintain.
Yeah, okay.
Still maintain 4 years.
So, police know what also your argument has fallen flat. Okay, it's a video.
But you see, thank you. If that is where you are coming from, I don't have any problem. 4 years, 5 years. Now, reason
now we can work on them.
We can work on them.
Citizens, your contribution, your role in governance, until make a choice.
That is what he's saying. That's where he's coming from. But the 4 years, it's okay. The 4 years is okay.
I buy a choir. Now for bar, no, because in this country. And today, that
is the problem. And yet 4 years, so 5 years.
It means that they want 10 years wrong now.
Oh yeah. That's it. That's it. I've always been saying this. President Kofo. Okay, gatesa. Akesa or yeah. Okay, a circle free Abeka Janse, Odona.
Yeah.
Oh, that is your year or even Aladu. I'm talking about Aladu.
Yeah.
Oh, Akasa, oh yeah. Yes, Oba Isa
Einstein. Yeah.
Oba Einstein.
Yeah.
Gata. A crosso Araga road. And up a Sisechi. So I say, big gutters. If we big, very big ones. It's not as here. Don't say get twasso.
Sagata, you say,
I got a friend drainage.
Oh, see, to me, a twasso. Maybe do be an apple. And nobody is thinking about it. And she said, Ghana, Kumasi, and so I flooded.
A stretching bar. Ever found a wood village, you know? With the president for year far, and I was stretching before wood village.
Good.
I want a kitwa, and they do a year. I was a flooded.
Not flooded.
No, and the other
will be twasso, or say get twasso. As a country, or say twasso. Why are we not thinking? And then we interview. Was a car quite so Afasoma, as it is a casa, can say quite to be a found. What sort of country are we? It flooding air, but the beer, but the beer, can't you see? Don't you have planets?
Send you.
India.
Where
Aga,
a bigger cow, a bigger.
Where La Paz or?
Oh, you should wait. Oh, you should wait at the move.
La Paz or no?
Wow, La Paz. We were trying to La Paz, my travel for over 20 years.
Everyone knew that.
Everyone, look at the N1. Can you imagine?
Now, say, Honorable Muntaka, Minister of Interior.
Can you imagine?
Or say,
can you imagine?
So, we free fear, men free fear. Ubia, Wakra, that's all name free fear. So, what free fear, and China, that's always as I go back to Wadia. And then say, Yama holiday or Accra. And then holiday.
When you wait,
holiday.
You wait.
Our cry.
Okay, do sir. I can't see from. All right. Everyone do one. You know what? Yes, you should.
Accra some nation. And I'm on try to Kwazon. The next 5 years.
We are there. Boss, we are there. We are there.
Last 3 weeks or so.
We are there.
Many students here consulezu. Na Kwame, ye kono ye fa dunkwao.
Yeah.
Na ye fa dunkwao na ye kusi ayamfo na kwan nye. Ti ye ba yi desire se be fa takrade. Ba Kwame me see ye kono from otra dunkwao kono ho. Minim a single town ye beduru a obeduru na nsu ntata ho. Ese small town, big town, we do by beer, we say, Kronum so tata, hosa. Just say, I'm saying my friend, no, dear. Dear Kono, a baby Ghana. Because it looks like Galamseno say, me ya benina, sir, Krupia Bedrubia, and so tata Krono. Krupia Bedrubia.
The next problem is decentralization. Kwame, or say, I'm a muono. It means the powers in the regions in the state now, or multi resume to do much more. Now, by making sure that there are checks and balances there. Kwame, see, are buying 4 years near Kano. Ebe yes simple. Na meanwhile be beg is a concrete. Look at the situation here, baby biano. Regions any to me bibia. And this doesn't even be near same consider Kwame. Oh, my hand is going to be Yajma.
I buy Niji
and
I buy Niji na appointments are oh yeah, this level honor. Because Okonje DCs binim MCs binim now share a more even educational background crana. A child say a man as I only bia so I say obeja say wotra ho na plan e from district.
Yeah.
I am telling you I buy Niji mu. So that's why we be Emrano.
And man, I say, a ceremony, my kiss was
this is yes, they go for the manifesto. Or we did no on the district level. How
this doesn't have to come
and is remember okay, lawyer answer the abo.
Yeah.
Answer the abo say, oh no, free no. Se ruwa banga ukrumono so maka so mo pe wekesa this is no no onya kukutu emfa certificate bi akra no enko se opek policies di and then on ADC or head hold the policies.
That's the point.
Because appointed from central government.
Oh yeah.
So decentralizing the
no. So also ruwa banga ukrumono so mo pe
democracy in Yamayo.
That is the point. That is a problem.
Because military why no be no so vision. That's why. Democracy in there.
The way democracy is far better than dictatorship.
Wait, on my two topics, with or without. Ken, let me begin with you.
Oh, I think that's what they say. Yeah, I think say, I will say, yeah, very careful. Share elections. Oh, Mikai Prof Mills, Eba 2000. Na MPP and power Kufuor. Na NDC opposition. Na Kotwabano. It was a Tuabano several times.
Yeah.
Sana opposition met 3 times. It's an opposition take over. The opposition, they looked more united. And nobody yes but also President Mills for the 4 years a couple Tony Safrano and Jawama a buy also 4 years in a Tuabetiano because it's Omania 8 years. But on one case, the performance there, and Sweni, let's put it that way. And a Tuabetiano. Okay. And I Ghana for 2020 was a buy. Let's Ghana for Antoine because now, Nana Drago Kufadu, no call me 8 years. Into really 8 years. Now, back 2028, see, President Mahama, call another 4 years. NDC for 8 years. President Mahama eko 4 years. It's the NDC campaign. They say Muma government be 8 years. It is a President Mahama 4 years. Mofa another 4 years and twice so. They 8 years. What I say. And mostly Ghanaians buy into it. What I'm trying to say, and they say it is a very good opportunity for the MPP. When people see your government, your opportunity of forming government, some united, okay. I am telling you, no matter because after all,
as a mama,
8 years, so that's it. And this mantra now, mobile can say yes, I'm over 4 years because we are 8 years. If you are very strong and very united, you can win power.
Okay.
We can easily win power. So what I'm trying to say, and they say, we should do everything possible to bring the party together.
Okay.
No matter whatever who has said, and no matter Tawantawa way, we should do there should be leaders in the party who should be in the forefront, intervening.
Who are the leaders left? You know one it here. Leaders are intimate.
So yare.
17.
But unfortunately, me always have problems. I always have problems. I always have problems. So because Chairman team as national chairman was not given any appointment. Say be a baby no appointment there.
You are the almost only political party. I want 2 former presidents.
That's it.
Our man lead the country 8 years.
Good.
8 years on the stretch. They have experience.
Yeah.
They had ministers in their government.
Good.
And this MPP for me, and you should
taking advantage of such people.
Now, some grand.
And then the problem now.
How?
We should utilize them. You say it will be on the ferry for.
Oh,
only pay be on the ferry for. So only pay be on the ferry for. Let's lead. Let's do this. You for the past ministers, past you almost no more. Oh, the emphasis almost no more amanonia, almost yejuma emma envoys, almost yejuma the ambassadors. We have them. We have former presidents. What are we doing? Yeah, we should show a certain pathway. Say we are united. We should do it.
We have the president.
But that is bad. But that is not good.
All right.
That era is gone. What is that? Kodia.
Yeah.
Kodia is doing very well. We share CC and the elections are. They are back to the grassroots. Even places are court places. He doesn't want to bulldoze his way through. Or some court to know and decide. See, big delay in maybe a constituency court or quarter. We should delay. Now court say they are quarter. Why I say a court? Because be a bit baby or person you go for be free and nobody are court. And I say you shoot some schemes be say you public of the party maybe example and get maybe time I was say you go for a free. Because you hear the door class on the home. What I say? The last one only say Kodiaka say so be if the person shows say or to be prove say or support the party, not necessarily say the D what registered as a delegate. So what party not to be prove say the person should not be disqualified. Yes. And I think say we need more people. Let's get more people coming. And we get the opportunity or vetting or twama say ya twama na. We say the party so I say I think say something drastic must be done. Yes. So that the parties will be seen as what united.
Yes.
And when we get united, I am telling you 2028 your campaign with President Mahama, the 8 years will work. See, I need this 4-year term now. You find President Mahama, it will work and it will go against us.
All right. All right. Honorable now, cousin.
Wame, we just say MPP. Last week we can answer. So many interested say we film no. Ne honest say we see jina. Yempam we you see no. I was say yet idea. I tell the past young hope you. Now come in the but how can I say say no? Especially that. Now what line of pebia yes yet to go for the free now or more on your team they be say President B and the mark when you moon chance be omutum yo mu de ndem say you be too to move force say we mon kaho and a excuse. Secondly, omu fee say President candidate no through that omunya kunya ne nanti ye ne we nyen so ba o me wuzo we dey omuzo ka ho. This is the major issue. And nunti can the jump on moyen sanya dini nyina no. And ya can the lifestyle. And then the way of presenting home and the issue now. Because mentioned before, Ghana for the BIA who say Obi nen kamayen. And the old school while we read can out to meet public ekasano. Most of us we are not uncomfortable. you know, kanka as you find out the kaipa apps na bibi say o yon e funa ba betire mo chi no omu apian na gana for to bi ampeso odin beko to bi otimi ja public e make statement man for budget so no e ye wo interest no yes isi ye kama for onya den ho di say kim public industry ye hwe fato Ghana history e bra na ayi fratano ni jebidan kwanom ni mahwafo mu nyina se ye independence no na mu ye se ye de mrane mo sua ne kra kom say Ghana fo musoli o aw se je independence na Ghana fo june chiri wakasa mai ye se ho chiri na fe ne be ye se mra hwafo ne de chi always buy the same thing and the better be solo say and never man for pese ye no all kasamo no man for dey mo say man for no problem e je kasama for and the credit neighbor again yes bibia ndre kasamo kan na hie mo obia bo bibi so say sika wo say de boa consuency ne nkronkuri ade no mudi munya kasa so ne Ghana for nya bi do chief because obia mu say corruption so ho ampa no onye yi and the bansa na onyankofo dum nante and you very careful but kind of the issue no second the kasa sinadi onyankofo a ombedi na chi anya kwa and if you are turning your issue of say we from now come my point we me come some of us me ne president ko ni problem bia me propose amaka kai fa fanto ne come fa ne say oye me podcast me pesa no ma no just because e be ka say we na wo kuma no na no de bia me aden fa mu bia but me ka ni me pesa me ka say president only the president wo host is no holding because the holding to me so ko bia bi ana adisi ye no odin be mu so sorry kasane se die si bia me my responsible and that's am ka de bia esa be no ko nyeko fo ho menua ye dro no me yenka ehumu ne yenka nchema fo se ya gye bibia ko so bia atom se emfomso no bi firi yen me na me pese we na eba na ma pese we beba na fatimu de na won ba na ye ko ho no masa me ka kire mo ne se ma mapia ne wo partner amfa eni pe bi ho an grow partner masa obi bia antimi ka se me dem ho be pe enyeyi ti be bia ya ehunu se ye what strength no build the party around that o han saying open political power who say ahayi no party is solely identified say miss me free islam miss me free anzama miss me franguna when your party men didn't say yes that be sound we are talking about numbers. Yeah, the numbers is there for you. Why don't you work on it? Now really we need inform na anam sare kakra we e fa for some kaka sanse bi and you say yi paragrams oh na paragram we afa na go fa beto ba na ye nti paragrams be ka omo ye traditional ifo no esi domo busy and dankwa e fa paragram ka we can say buti ka ho am say me se min ke bi ko ho ana na ye den and to paragram be so ba na ana nebu so for bana eja bebia voice no wono it doesn't work that way and my come say sahab tradition now your tradition do more no omun twam nye man now say MP party ye gidie ne say property only democracy and chese ye be fon nyema ne mo bia nya adwuma no pen de lobedie no nfa bi nya parliament ne busia for enya ban ne be adwuma mo nya ban no mo japade yo ye japade aban meje and then ne kan mu kire mu ye na man for say tradition say you believe in property owning democracy say you who ye adwuma ye ma kwan aban me ye mra me ye hye be ton bomo wo ye adwuma nya osika ma wadi wa de so depend no de hye so mfa aban sika omokro no wom and na pese obi ye bi na wa rari behind that that's our tradition the din na movement no ya de say hisem na de no me can pain say ye yes say the unity party no around certain figures and certain people na omo di animu no na pese kufado men town me pos papa ye me ye propose bro more invest be try be command yeah me name na we friend Nelson I was hey James yes and here because leadership for no many leadership radical no many jopa and what we do say bibia sia take up that the say my jima tum se mina na milita bibia ne mom come ho kabatra ajubre bibia sia bia mu yen fanche ne frame me see do be reconciliation be bin si down party no
all right
and say be you say we from the M1 party no
Dr. Aaron Kuma
Dr. Kwame Ninkra
yes sir Dr. Nkuma, senior lecturer or the USTED.
Yes.
Skills and USTED. USTED. Because we call USTED, you know. Ama me pen maybe they can call UST. Ansana me sanko KUST. And you know book na launch here no. Some wo
is that
yeah. Impossible high.
And I don't come post there.
Yeah, profile.
They all post high. Legend there. Then I only post high.
That's a good thing all time. Because some goes to some me. Your profile maybe. Make a KUST. We post was sorrow.
MVP as a media. 1 minute say.
1 minute. Unim. Sometimes in the midst of the stupidity, people make sense out of it. People say sometimes there will be big argument. People will be speaking, will be better. One reason that person does not make sense. And people take advantage of it and make big out of it.
Yeah.
Because Wagner students, they can say anything. Hey, presentation, let's do baby class and they give them that opportunity. But they can be given, they are given the opportunity to say anything. They are timid. They don't want to answer. But over there, they speak, they are given the opportunity to speak. In the midst of the stupidity, you make sense out of it.
Yeah.
Look, I say, recently, there have been a lot of discussions on projects on health in Ashanti region.
Yeah.
Okay. What for Redeemis Abaha? You brought him here to come and give and he make elaborate, what I say, example.
Former regional minister.
Former regional minister. And there has been a lot of discussions on Afari and the others.
Yeah.
Huge. As I say, and he's going to become what's in you. Sometimes, we can be here. Look, we should take advantage of it and make news out of it. And make some sense out of it. Say, next more, who said, say, I'm for ID, because there has been a lot of discussion in this country on projects in Ashanti region. Regional Minister Bayero, he never mentioned anybody's name. Former regional minister, also he was a minister, always a minister. What I say, former. And some at to talk. As I say, he's documenting them.
Publish it.
Not publish it. So I say Wednesday. So it is done. So that's it. We should be very careful about some of these things, because when it's for money. And before by 8 years more, is it true? It's not true, because I am some but a relative. So I say, and I believe, say, as a party, sometimes you will be Kokabibia, na yason a minute, say, because on no can't na ya target on there be. We should make something good out of what the president has said, and I'm saying it on authority. Say we have made something good out of it, because they say and it's one akatum. Because there have been a lot of information that has come out from our former ministers and former regional minister and others, and the discussions have gone on. What I say? I know that me false 100%. Said the president should, the former president, right, should come out. Yes. Also, because maybe a year corner, it doesn't speak well for us. Or see, we have to be seen as what a united front. Now, on take lead, me sure say, take lead, and then maybe one more betting me. I can't, no, a good boy. Now, only President Kufuor, they take the lead and then lead the government, lead the party, so that the party will get to where it is supposed to be. And I'm sure, say, when they do it, all others will fall in place. Maybe.
I say my woman is one I saw
one woman I call 5. Yo, between they say, Patia, Moko Elesi, Akotwaba, number presidential candidates. Moi presidential candidate. Now, more than so to come to a baby. Look, a presidential candidate, I know a day. Only a leader of the party.
Yeah.
So
only a tone. Yeah, Jai me casa move.
Well, look, and me call Nana school for the whole, me call President go for, me call Dr. Bomiao. Onuna, yet to a bayino, say o me president. Onuna, Ghana for be trouble, a man say o me president. Onuna, all pe president Eddie. Now what will pay the no? Other people don't think I won't my commenting. Oh, your responsibility, headache, biggest. You say, over reconcile me now. Now no me na say. Now no me na discussion. So die almost because Obia. Yeah, look. Yeah, what trouble every. MPV baby to make us say MP we there make wa kutuno. Now I di now to all no. Now we want to make me na make yeah me e kuma me dey make my car because me there we know we politicians and me there me politicians me can me feelings. Sir, oh, former vice president, MPP presidential candidate, he should show leadership. He should show leadership. Or per se, the next year or making significant impact. Also show leadership. Also, Ghana for who say, Empire to Abamano. Now, or no, obet me lead the party MPP. And to my come a canipana or morning now, boom, a mama yajuma, one timia and yes, Sadia, and the next a mugu and womoyeno. And they made the omoyeno. I think say there are so many people in MPP. Or my father dream say, as a cophobia, the Omo MPP for, and a cophobia MPP for. Is that how we run a country? Is that how we run a party? Is that how we run a party? Because Timon Fan question sorry. Or no President Kofo the Omo the Omo tell me hey Omo Pekra Omo say anonim ade ba ko say wo Omo ho ne say Omo ye if anything you can say statement Omo statement and Omo no nya fe na Omo be dom MPP so much and it means say Omo no who don you Omo
censorship.
That's all. They have to behave like and Omo tranche behind the scene and they don't have to some them can they say Omo open up for the you try about my presidential candidate na wasa wo come party for boom e wona wo koye campaign una wo koye adwuma ni nyina we President Kofo sebi awon dey campaign ko onya bi awon ba be campaign na do wa nyine ni fie akwanimu 80+ there na fe na wo so da bia no nam campaign onya bi and the point is that former vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ono na MPP for to abama no ono mo yi no say ono no ye omo candidate awon ne kwa akona nim ono on check kwan ya befa so a obe reconcile the party for empo commit my reconciliation to the sense say omo ma free mo kwa omo bo afu kwa omo ma bring omo back to and then now do na be ye ono na also take that lead. I don't know so yeah. Now be support no. You don't sit back and behave like people when people are misbehaving, people are insulting people, telling people say we want you be there way you better back and ni na why did now we can sama now money now they ko say dunia die on trust or say odi power and unim me kwa there me I be America maybe I have to say it on radio make unim opportunity ba. And this is for we candidate community and they are going to struggle to get a candidate Nina and take advantage and reconciliation because almost in the next few years to come next year a very brutal when na say about this time why you feel you may na part Ghana form say and go say omo and I wouldn't
na come just say the anti-crana party in tem party in tem sabe asa na mo yin na
that is the reason
yes I know like a
you say chairman Sambunsu ni major issue nti omo ma ye social commentators ko omo ka che say ye mabua ma omo yento eli congress ye nya agitum ebini say de be ya obetima reconcile omo ho enkofa Alan issue ni bi ma enti what was enti afi mu wie ya Mosa to aba we Africa na masa come back west. Why should it be? Now we are to aba ma as a leader. Now untimi enya ho hwe. Uti ho sa ena nkrofo kansa sa. Mr. Zimbabwe, to aba your responsibility is who taking the lead, who reconcile party members. Lesson there. Ye call lesson. Kwame ye call lesson na who jai obi anywhere who call lesson na so jai na say onwiem obia so obia person we sir enti ya sa dem we bit baba eba mu pe wi a wo de ne say wo reconcile the people ubenya kasadachi omo na we de ade be che akọ ebe ide fi part ma de che ebe ye betu we ade che we ni ye ma ne bi da me to the sense party opposition o ye album problem party opposition na party opposition part of power cry